Hi guys, welcome everybody. I'm Tana Schoolay, Presidential Diamond Leader, and I'm super excited for this Zoom because we have some amazing ladies with us tonight. We're going to share their stories. They're going to share how they got started in the business, how they promoted, and how this has changed their lives. A lot of us have different stories and why we got started, but a lot of us, we all started because we needed this, right? So Natasha's going to go first because she needs to get to bed. And I told her she could go first. So she's under my name as well, but her name is Natasha. So, Natasha, I'll let you go ahead and go ahead, my dear.
Okay, so I might, when it comes to my English, I'm not like fluent. I talk a lot by text, but when I speak it up, I might look for my words. So sometimes that just don't bother when I'm like, what am I saying? Okay, so I'm Natasha. I've been with the company for 20 months. I'm starting my 21st month. 20, yeah. I decided to work for the what? Okay, I thought I had something. I decided to start this business. I've always been the judgy one. Multi-level marketing wasn't something that I was interested in. I was always the one to judge and the one that didn't want nothing to do with this. When people were approaching me, I would like turn my back on them. I was that type of person. But yeah, someone is muted because I hear screaming.
Okay, I'm going to mute everybody. Okay, I'm going to mute everyone. And then you're unmuted. Go ahead.
No problem. So in December 2016, I was a mom for about 17 months at that time. And when you become a mom, things change a lot. And I used to be a human resource manager. I had a good job. I studied university. I have my bachelor's degree. And at that moment, things weren't going well for me. I was very, very depressed. I found it very hard to work full time and have a family. I didn't feel that I had the energy for both. So I felt like I needed to decide if I wanted to invest time working or time with my family, because doing both, I wasn't able to provide with my level of energy for both. My it has a lot of energy, and it's sometimes it can be very intense in our home. So at that moment, it works just like a girl that I don't know added me on Facebook, and I saw that she was having success with it works. So when you think that people are not watching, that's not true, because I was watching, and at that time, even if I was like this girl that wanted nothing to do with multi-level marketing, at that moment, that girl added me on Facebook, and at that specific moment in my life, it was what I needed. So you never know what you can bring to someone just by adding them on Facebook and being yourself, inspiring and stuff like that. So at that specific moment, I was like in bed. It had been weeks that I was crying every night to my husband. I was saying, I cannot do this anymore. I'm depressed. This is not working for me. And I decided at like 10:30 at night to write to that girl that I had never spoken to before and say, hi, hey, how do I buy a franchise of what you're doing? Because I want that. I want that life. So that girl, she gave me her website. Like I must have been the most easy distributor to sign, because it really went that way. How do I do that? Here's my link, and I opened up my franchise. Very easy. And then I was like, okay, so what do I do now? So that's where I want to speak also about determination. Stephanie, that's on the call and that will talk after me or whatever. She will talk to you in this call. She was one of my friends, and I asked her at the Friday. I signed on Thursday, and Friday I wrote to Stephanie and I was like, okay, so I just, no, I asked, what do you think about It Works? And she was like, oh, it's crap. Okay. Okay. I wanted her as a distributor. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And she was like, no, it's stupid. No, no, no. Okay. So I was like, well, I just bought a $165 franchise for it works. So yeah. And she was like, oh no, you didn't do that. Serious. You should have done for a Beachbody instead. At least you exercise. She told me that. So I was like, oh my God. And she wasn't stopping. Like once a year, I have all the screenshots and I show her again because now she's a double diamond with the company. So I like to show it to her. That was her first reaction. And she didn't stop. And I needed to say like, okay, stop. Like you're busting my bubble. I need to go get that $165 back. So like we were 70,000 in debt. So I was like, okay, so I don't want to hear you anymore. It's okay. It's okay. And I was brushing her off, but I knew she needed this. So like if I would have like just stopped, because I know a lot of people, they get a first no and they just, okay,
Yeah.
this is not for me, whatever. Well, I got brushed off that way by the first person I spoke to about the company. And she signed 2 weeks later in my team because I was so convinced that this would change our lives. Like I was convinced. I remember walking like in my house and my husband was playing Xbox and I was like, you know, Cedric, this is going to change our lives. This is going to change our lives. And I didn't have one distributor or one customer. And I was like, this is going to change our lives. I know. Like I'm going to do something with this, blah, blah, blah. And finally we did it. So now I'm talking a lot about my story. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about determination on a daily basis. So it's normal to get no's. It's normal to get people that will hesitate or will judge us. Like it happens a lot. I've been down that road. But with determination, like I signed in March a girl that I have been working to get her on my team for over a year, because I knew, and I said to Caroline that she's my offline, she's between me and Tanis, and I told her, if I sign that girl as a distributor, I am going triple like in the next month, because I knew that girl would change my business. And she was so judgy about multi-level marketing too. She was like me. She studied the same bachelor degree as me and stuff like that. And like I wrote to her in March, I was like, okay, we have the magic promotion and I know this girl is gonna go like very up in this company. This is for her. She was in maternity leave, and I just like wrote to her a message like fast, and then I threw my phone on the bed, and I was like, okay, my God, what did I just do? Did I just break our relationship? And I asked her if we could meet. Like I knew this was something for her. I would like to meet her and we can talk. And she said yes. And I arrived with like so many products. I remember I arrived at her house with like 5 or 6 products, and no pressure. I gave her the products. I talked about the company, everything. And she decided to sign too. And now she's double diamond too. So when it comes to determination, friends in your company and for their lives, just continue focusing and continue telling yourself that she will be in your team one day, even if the person judges you. And like honestly I've lived it so many times. So when people are like, oh no, no, continue like just doing your things, and you'll see what will happen after.
Because usually the most skeptical people are the ones who come in and start rocking the business.
Exactly.
People don't follow up. I follow up with people like crazy, and that's why I sign people up, right? You have to. Mm-hmm. Like people, yeah. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, but it's true. Because like the people that are skeptical, when they decide that it's a yes, it might be hard to get them to say yes. But when they say yes, it's for real. Like this is not, they're not joking. Like they're going all in because they said yes. So they need to prove to people that they are doing this. So I find that the skeptical people are the best ones. Like, they are my best distributors, my best teammates, my best partners. They are the skeptical ones. And honestly, to improve in this business, you need to develop yourself every day. You need to be open to improvement, because sometimes, like, I'll stop and say, okay, what's not working right now? What's happening in my team? Something's going wrong there. Okay, well, maybe I need to improve myself. Maybe I'm not training my girls right, and that's not helping. So I'll change the ways I train. I'll change my stuff up. I'll try to find solutions. I'll try to innovate. I'll try to bring new strategies. So it's always to think. We cannot think, oh, I'm not succeeding because my team is not working. It doesn't work that way. It starts with us.
Mm-hmm.
We need to, if it's not working, it comes from us. So we need to decide, okay, what can I do? What's the next step? What can I innovate with? What can I approach my team with? What can I do to get new blood in, like Tana says? Because when you get new blood, it's people that you can train, that you can help with their mindset, that you can help on every level, that are new in this, so they are willing to learn. So that's just how I get to grow my business. Right now I'm Triple Diamond. It's from the month of May 2018, and this month I'm 6,200 BVs away from being presidential. So it's pretty it's going pretty good. Fingers crossed. We're working hard, but it's pretty much what I do on a daily basis. It's really to develop.
And Natasha, do you still work full time?
No.
No. When did you quit your job? When did you quit your job?
I quit my job in April 2017.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure when you quit your job. And I love how you talk.
That was my biggest.
I talk about the new blood all the time, because if people aren't bringing in, right, and we can't expect our team to be doing it if we're not doing it, right? And I mean, I know you bring in a lot of people. If I really focus on bringing in distributors, I will bring in distributors. August, I will admit, you guys, I'm not going to say I got lazy, but I was focusing so much on helping my team, the newbies. I had lots going on. I was packing stuff with everything, family. I went to Florida. It was crazy, right? But when you focus on it, right, it happens, you know? Mm-hmm. But I love, and you know what, Natasha, I'll say, like, I remember, and if you don't mind me sharing this, I remember, like, back in March, you had, like, a bad moment, right? And I said, no, you're just having a bad moment, because, like, we all go through that. I have days sometimes, and I'm like, this person's driving me crazy. Why is this person not getting it? Because they have so much potential, right? And it's just a bad moment or a bad day. It's not a bad business, right? So, and to see where you have come, like, is amazing, because, like, it's crazy how quickly, I mean, you're a Triple Diamond, but you're making presidential income. Like, you know, when you, like, the other day when you messaged me, I was like, oh my gosh, right? So this business can change your life so much. You can pay off all your debt. But I love that you said that about Stephanie, because I was the same way. As soon as I joined, I thought of people right away I wanted in my business. And I still do that. But we have to ask. We have to tell them. We have to tell them when we want them on our team, right? So thank you so much for sharing, my dear. And go to sleep.
Thank you. And we have to see the potential in people before they see it themselves. It's like one of our biggest qualities we need to have. It's really that, because most of the time people, they don't have the confidence, they don't trust their guts. So we need to see that in them before they see it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you. I know a lot of you girls are in Eastern time, so Steph, did you want to go next? Because I know you are in Eastern, and then, you know, the rest of us are either Central or Pacific, or so. If you wanted to go, my dear, Stephanie's a Double Diamond leader, and she's going to share her story.
So Natasha approached me 2 weeks, well, actually, like the day after she joined, and she asked me what I thought of the wraps, and I had already tried it, and my sister had already tried it. She had already been a loyal customer, and it hadn't worked. because we didn't use it properly. So, but I didn't know, and I had just finished my natural consultant course, and there's no sound.
Oh, I can hear you.
Yeah. So I had just finished my natural consultant course, and that's why she approached me, because I was a personal trainer and now a newly natural health consultant. So thinking I could probably use the extra income, because I was working in a store doing water analysis for pools and spas. So I really wasn't getting a big income coming from there. And I had a bit of debt accumulated, but that wasn't my big why. It was really just to have more time for myself and focus on making that income from my business that I was trying to start. She had approached me, and I was my mom had been in, well, she actually owned a Tapora center in Montreal, and she had been district manager for Avon. So I was 100% against it, because I saw herself burn herself out. The difference with our company and those companies and many others is there's always someone over you giving you a goal, and you have no choice to get it, or you're out. Whereas with us, we make our own goals and we make the efforts, and our income is based on our efforts. So if we have a lazy month, like I did pretty much all summer because I had the kids at home, and I could probably give you all the excuses in the book, but I should have been working my business a lot more than I did this summer. So if I would have been working my business a lot more, I probably would have been prouder of my summer and been happier of having my kids at home. But I know that it takes a lot more structure than that, and being interrupted every 5 minutes is probably not ideal. So now I'm focusing on getting new blood in, because I know that we saw it last year. The down season was from now till December, and we don't want to live it again. So now we're just getting new people in, and with the match-up bonuses, I had a few girls rank up. I had a few emeralds and a few rubies, but now I'm focusing on getting all those diamonds and going triple within the next 2 months. So that's my goal now, and I was able to leave my work 5 months within joining the business. So I got married, paid off my debt. We traveled. We went to Florida. We haven't missed any of the conferences yet. Green carpets. We haven't missed any yet. So that's it. That's how I've been really close with my team. So I've been concentrating a lot on helping them build, and duplication. Duplication is probably like key with every branch you have, and showing them how to show their team how to duplicate, so you don't have to do everything yourself. You get in your new blood, you train them. We have all the tools, so we have to show them how to use them properly.
Yeah. And we know that some are going to work and some aren't, right? Mm-hmm. We know that, right? So it's our job. That's why we have this step success. If we keep trying to wait and see if someone who's not working is going to work, I mean, I was talking to a lot of people the other day. I wasted a lot of last year trying to help people who just didn't care.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's hard because you see the potential in them and then people quit. But the thing is that there's always people who need and want this. There always is. That's the thing, right? I mean, and you have to need and want it to do well, right? I mean, Steph, if you didn't need this, you wouldn't work.
I wouldn't be here. No.
Right? You wouldn't work. You wouldn't get on everything. You wouldn't be such a great leader, always helping out and everything. And the thing is, you either really need this and you want this and you're going to push for it, or if people don't need the money or they love their job, I mean, that's great, right? But they just won't work hard, right? So
that's it. Well, that's what I'm concentrating on this month, is instead, because I was focusing so much on all the people that I had brought in, because I brought in a lot of friends. I brought in a lot of people that I already knew. So now I'm more into my cold market. But I brought in a lot of warm market up until now, and I was concentrating on them even though they weren't working. I was wanting it more than they were.
Yeah.
So now I'm concentrating on building the ones that really do, and moving on to the next.
Yeah. Good for you. Thank you for sharing. And I know we all have ups and downs in this business, whether you're a brand new distributor, whether you're presidential. I mean, we all have days where everything's so great and then someone, right? Like it's like, ooh, right? So we all have those days. I mean, it's working with people, right? We're in the people business. You know, it's a relationship business, right? So we know that. So if we're not building those relationships and bringing new people in, you're going to be at a lull, like a standstill in your business, right? You have to bring new people in, right? I mean, you don't need to sign up 1 million people a month. It's great if you do, but it's just focusing on new people coming in, focusing on the people who want to work, focusing on, you know, what you need to do to work your business and finding out what works for you, right? So thank you, Steph. I appreciate it. Who wanted to go next? I know we have a bunch of... Miranda, why don't you go next? You new presidential diamond, you. Kind of a big deal. You guys, Miranda promoted to presidential in August and promoted her husband to double diamond. She has an amazing story. I love her. We're sidelines. But we met in Florida in July, and she's just amazing, and I love her story and how she works with her team and how she's such a badass. So she's going to share her story. Mama of, like, how many kids do you have? 3?
3.
And then your husband, so 4, right? So. Okay, my dear, you share your story with us. I'm excited.
Oh, hi everybody. Thank you for having me. Yes, it's been crazy, but in like the bestest of ways. So I went triple in March, and then Prez this last month, and then hubby double. So it's been crazy, crazy, crazy. Just like a short and sweet story with like my own life. 3 years ago, I had lost my mom to an aggressive cancer, and it really was the catalyst of changing everything. So I was like this with my mom. I was a total mama's girl, and I grew up really, really rough. Metal trailer, no electricity, no running water, like poor, poor, poor. Worked my hiney off even as a kid, and got myself into like x-ray school, getting straight A's, and all of that. And I jumped the ranks quick at the hospital being a radiology supervisor. And by all means, I had made it, but not really. When the economy, hit, what was that, like 2009-ish? We took in multiple families, and my husband got laid off at the exact same time. So you can literally see on my credit report going like this all at the same time. And we just never could catch up after that. So yes, I had a great job. I was a supervisor on the weekends, working 216s. My husband worked 4 days a week. We looked like we had made it, but we didn't. We were so broke that it got to the point where we were doing payday loans. Like I had budgets down to a T. I could never say yes to kids getting candy or something at the store, counting quarters to buy chicken for dinner. Like it was really, really, really bad. And then my mom passed away, and I popped out a baby like a couple months after that. So it was just like everything at once. And after losing her, it was just one of those things that I needed an outlet. I felt so stuck in my life. It was by far like my rock bottom. With all the crap I've gone through with my life, that was my rock bottom. Losing my mom, like I was like a weirdo. Like I would call her like every day, like, and check in and see how she's doing. And so it was just like, I didn't know me anymore. And I also had a 10-pound baby. I looked very pregnant afterwards still. And I'm just like, man, I don't even love myself anymore. I hate my life. What am I doing? And I ended up signing up after my friend mentioned the wraps and me being due to be in a wedding and all of this. And oh my gosh, like I had no idea what I was doing. I'm from a super, super small town. I was a teen mom, super shy. Like it's taken me a lot to get to this point. Yet, I don't know, like I have a lot of grit and determination. You tell me I can't do something, I'm going to go the opposite way, right? And that's me to a T. So I just have taken off running. And, I didn't know what I was doing, you guys. tell you, like, I look back at Facebook memories where they show you all.
Oh my gosh, me too. The worst posts ever.
They are horrid.
I'm like embarrassed for myself back then.
But it's just, I never expected to love me again. I never expected all the friends I would make. I never expected all of that. 10 months in, I retired my husband, so I brought him home and got that family time I was seeking. I'm retired as a radiology supervisor now. Yay! And you know, like, just all sorts of crazy family stuff has happened.
Can I ask you when you quit your job?
A few months ago.
Okay, so you got to triple working and having 3 kids, and wow. Okay.
My husband laughs at me because he says I light up like a Christmas tree with his business, and it's so true.
Yeah.
Like 15 years in the hospital field, you know, you go into the medical field wanting to help people, yet I have helped more people doing this by far. You know, I just thrive off this business. I love it. Like, we help so many people. But it's just, I don't know. I love life, you know, and things are good. Running for ambassador. And if you would have talked to me a couple years ago with how life was going to be, I would have laughed at you. So it's been awesome.
That's amazing.
Yes. And I just love all the friends that we've made also. Like, that I didn't expect. I'm an introvert. I live at home. I'm okay with it. Like, I'm in my pajamas. Like, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
And so to make the friends just alone, like, I would have signed up in a heartbeat. So love you guys. But yes, as far as like, we're doing promoting tips, right? Like, I can totally tell you like how last month went. I started the month, and for those that have been in for a little while, you know that summers kind of dip a little bit. And it's not that people don't need work and they don't need to lose weight. It's just that us distributors are out barbecuing and vacationing and all this. And then we're like, oh, shoot, I guess I should have worked a little bit more. I was determined for it to be different this year. And August 1st happened, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I've only been really a DT enroller. That was my thing. But I'm like, okay, I need 12,500 BV. Holy cow. I'm like, how am I going to get there? And so I had some Confianza, and then I'm like, okay, I got to convert. So I just like went ham. So host to post was one of my things. I learned how to upsell. And so I would do host to post for hair, skin, and nails. I have really great results somewhere. And basically I picked hair, skin, and nails because I don't have men on my Facebook. I shut that door a long time ago because it just gets complicated. And yet when you're doing other people's Facebooks and doing the host of posts, you get a lot of men, right? Yeah. Anything weight loss related, they always have something to say. However, when I do hair, skin, and nails, they don't have nothing to say. Yeah. So I've learned to do hair, skin, and nails. And so then I get them interested in hair, skin, nails like that, right? Well, I've learned how to upsell, and Joy gave me this idea, and I just put my own twist to it. And I basically voice message, and I said, hey, just so you know, you doing this, you access my entire store, where basically everything is half off. So I don't know if you need help with like energy, weight loss, or inches. You look great. Or better sleep or better nutrition, but I hook my customers up and throw in a whole bunch of fun freebies. And then that's when they get excited, and it's usually like, oh yeah, I've been trying to lose 10 pounds. And so that has been a game changer. I had a lot of customer ordering like 6+ things with me doing that. Wow. And then when they're saying the weight loss one, I'm voice messaging super short with what we have. And I tell them to give me the light bulb moment of what they are interested in. And then I tell them I'm going to create a fun package and hook them up. And so that's been awesome. So that's been a huge part. And so host to post, upselling, sharing my results like crazy. If you're not using your stuff, there's going to be a problem. So put on your auto shipments. I can't even stress that enough. It was so easy. So easy. When someone's like, are you sure it works? Boom, my pictures. You know what I mean? Like you got to use your stuff. And then like just being excited. I showed more demonstrations, you know, like I was posting constantly, oh, I'm down 20 pounds. You know, that's going to capture somebody's attention. Wait, I want to lose 20 pounds. Yeah. So that was like the game changer for me last month. And as far as like with my team, I was up in everybody's hair like all month long, every day. Like, I knew exactly which 400 boxes I had, which distributors were working and who wasn't. Like, I bribed like nobody's business. Like, hey, you want free t-shirt? Hey, let's do this. Just as an FYI, they have it in the store, and I don't know how long they're going to have it. They have it situated where for $40 you have 20 t-shirts. So it's $2 a t-shirt. Heck yeah, I'll send you a t-shirt if you go do something, you know? So that was a huge thing. And we were just pumped and excited. And when you're pumped and excited, your team is going to.
Yeah.
And your energy is contagious. So if you're in a funk, guess what? You probably realize your team is in one too. If you took off the summer, guess what? Your team probably did too. And so I have a lot of, some leaders that are like, oh, shoot, like my paycheck is dropping. That's because they took time off, So you have to kind of lead by example. Get out of your own head. Do never, ever allow a funk to last longer than like so many hours or you're in trouble. Self-development, that's an everyday thing. I know that we underrate that. You have got to do something. Pray, meditate, go to the gym, watch 5 million YouTube videos. And you don't have to like sit down and watch these. Like, I'm busy. My kids are psycho, you guys. So I do it when I'm showering, when I'm driving, when, I'm cooking. Like, I'm never actually watching. I'm just listening. So last month was insane. Thank you, husband. There was a lot of late nights, early mornings, but it was so worth it. Prelim showed $23,000. That is insane.
That's American too for all my Canadians.
That's what?
That's American funds, just for all my Americans. So all my Canadians. So that's like $28,000 Canadian.
That's crazy. So, I mean, it's just nuts. I'm so pumped and excited, like ambassador bound. Yeah. So you guys got this. Don't think that just because maybe you have 2,000 BV to go, that's impossible. It's not. So what I really did is I grabbed how many DTs I needed for the month, how much BV I needed, how many the month is there left, divide that. So we had like 3 weeks divided by 3, and I just broke it down to weekly goals and worked with my team that was working, and give them their goals. And that was so much more doable than saying, oh, you need 12,000 BV, So yeah, so that's really all I have to say. I try to make it really, really short.
That's awesome, Rhonda. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm so proud of you. We're going to go ambassador, right?
Woo!
Yes, I'm pumped. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that we met. And you guys want to know how Miranda and I met? I had posted on our Lifers page, which is our Triple Diamond Up group, and I asked a question about something. I was feeling frustrated about something, and she commented below. She's like, "Hey, girl, I'll message you." And that was back in the spring, maybe. And then we became like buddies ever since. So I'm so happy because I wasn't even going to ask that question. I'm so happy I did, because that was probably when I met, maybe eventually, but awesome. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate it so much. Mwah. All right, Annie, I know it's super late for you, so I was hoping you could go next, my dear.
Yes, no problem.
Annie just promoted to Triple Diamond in August.
Oh, yes.
And you guys, she was Ruby back in March.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
Yes.
I'm so excited for you to share.
Oh, yes, this was really insane. Hi, everyone. So happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me, Taz, by the way.
Yeah,
actually, the story is quite incredible in a way, because I was in I got in with it works actually a year and a half ago, and it was one of my customer in another field that actually approached me, and she was so excited about it, and was going on and on about the the wraps and how great they were. And I just told her, you know what, there's 2 girls in France that's just tried to get me into it works, and I told them to get away from me. I just didn't want to do anything with it. So I said, keep the wraps in France, okay? Keep it away from me. So, and you're coming to me with the same thing. There's no way you're going to get to me there, So she says, well, Annie, you have to look at this, And she was so excited about it, just by, and I rarely get excited by somebody who's writing to me or messaging me, okay? Because I'm a people's person. So if you're writing to me, and I see the excitement, I mean, this girl was really excited, okay? So I said, okay, well, I'll look into it, And I was actually at that point in my life, I had stopped working in, in regular offices and all that. I spent my life in offices and doing, project managing and, big companies and all that. And when I met my boyfriend, it was quite a love story, okay? So it was nice. And we wanted to work together. And at one point he told me, he says, Annie, you always wanted to go back into business, because I had a previous business and I went bankrupt, by the way. So a traditional business. And he says, you want to go back into business? Go back into business and I'll follow you. I'll just supply, everything until you make it. I said, okay. So it was not working as I thought it would be, And then ItWorks came into my life. And that was really, really great. Because at that point, when I saw what it was offering to me, I said, oh my God, I know this is it, I'm gonna make it. And my boyfriend was like, okay, really, you're getting too excited. I said, no, you don't understand what's going on right here, I'm going to the top with this. And I really made a decision to do it, okay?
Yeah.
And I knew about marketing, and multi-level marketing, because my mother was into it when I was younger. And my mother was a really positive person. And I grew up in a very positive environment that she always taught me to believe in me, And no matter what happened in my life, I had the resources and I had the way to get out of it and just, get, really succeed in life. No matter what we think about, a bad situation, it's only a bad situation. It's only a problem. And for me, that's one of the most important things she taught me. I was bigger than a problem. I was stronger than a problem. And I could always come over it, So I started ItWorks, and I was really like, I thought it was going well, actually. And then, I don't know, I just got stuck in Ruby. It was not going well. I just got stuck there. I didn't know what to do, because you know what? I was a people's person, and everybody was doing Facebook and was doing Instagram. And for me, it was not what I was. I'm not a Facebook person. I'm a person. I like talking to people. I want to see them face to face. I want to hear their voice. This is how I gauge people. This is how I can, make an evaluation of what's going on with them. If I see them, if I hear them, I will know what to say. I will know what to do. But if I keep on seeing what they're writing, there's no way I can make it. So, oops.
Yeah, I did mute everybody, and then I don't know what happened. So, one second. I muted everybody, and I don't know what happened. Okay. There you go. Go ahead.
Okay. So I had to find my own way around this, and I had to really, really, say, well, Annie, what are you, And I had I'm clearly, like, I'm 51 years old, So a lot of people know me, okay? And I'm a very upfront person, and I'll always tell the truth, I'm very upfront. And I like to be that way. I'm a very honest person, and people have a lot of confidence in me. So that helped me a lot in my business, because every time I told somebody, I have this great thing I have to talk to you about, they would say, oh, okay, we know you, so, we're going to go for it, we're going to listen to you. This was easy for me, in a way that if I could talk directly to the people, it would be easier for me than to go by Facebook. And that's what I had to evaluate along the way. And it was going great. I was going from Emerald, and then one of my Ruby just left. Mm-hmm. And she just left the business because of personal problems. So that was like, oh my God. Okay, so we gotta have to redo this again. And then my leader left. So, and I was okay.
I remember. Yeah, I remember that.
I said, is everybody leaving the place here? So that was kind of funny and not, because at that point it was, okay, this over again, so I kept on going, I really believed in it. I think it was really the motivation of being with my boyfriend, and really my dreams of being closer to him and having him leave the work he was doing, because I was not seeing him. I was seeing him 1 day a week, 1.5 days a week. So, and we've been together for 4 years, and this was really hard on us. I remember every Saturday that when he would leave, he would start to cry, or I would cry, because I found that so hard, And he told me, I get emotional when I talk about this, so, but it was really a hard part, because we really loved each other a lot. And every time he would leave, I would say, oh my God, I'm going to so make that business happen, That would give me a reason every Sunday that he would leave. I knew that I would make this business happen, I had to make it happen. And it was so great because our dream was that he was come back to work close to me, and then he could, leave his work and we could go on the road and make it like, our dream is like make it work tours, okay? We have this fifth wheel, we want to just brand it and make tours and go all over the place. And that was a dream, okay? That was the first, vision I had of all this, So it was exciting because then everything like went great and started to go up back in March. And then I hit the diamond, the emerald, and then I hit the diamond the next month, and then the double diamond, and 2 months after the triple diamond.
Wow.
This was so amazing. Along the way at diamond, because I picked up another job for about 2 or 3 months, and I was going crazy. I was really going crazy because I had to take care of everyone at the same time, be sure everybody was okay in my team, and I was taking this so much at heart because I'm a giver. And I remember my boyfriend, this was good, because my boyfriend was telling me at one point when I started this, he says, Annie, you're such a giver. If you get paid to give, you'd be rich. And when I met Edwards, I said, okay, now we found the company. You told me I was a giver. This is great for me. I can go with this. So yes, I love to give, and I love to take care of my team. It's like every member of my team is a bit a part of me, I have to take care of them, So when I hit diamond, I said, okay, I said to my boyfriend, I'm leaving all the jobs, okay? And I'm just concentrating on the business. I said, okay, great. So then after he came back and he started to work nearby our place, so I could see him every day. So one part of the other dream came true. And now he's supposed to leave his work in about 2 or 3 weeks. So we're planning to start our famous tours very soon.
Wow, that's amazing. And diamond is amazing. And I always tell people once you get to double diamond, it's like life-changing. But triple diamond is like, it's like big time, Oh,
yeah, big time. And you know what I found in this is like everybody is different, and you got to learn who you are. You really got to learn. If you don't find yourself, you can't find the way how to do your business.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I love that. Yeah.
This business has, it's you. It's not anybody else. If I try to do it Natasha way, it won't work. Natasha is so great at what she does, okay? And I don't want to do that because I'm not her, and I'm not Stephanie either. So I have to do it my way. And you got to bring there's so many
different ways to work this business, and we're all different people from all different backgrounds, and anyone can do this, just not everybody does, right?
Exactly. And you got to respect that in a way that, I know that some people, I will talk to them and say, okay, I will say, if there's something going on with you, are you living something personally that is not good right now? How do you feel, I ask a lot of questions to the people that work with me, because I want to know where they're standing. It's not bad to feel not good, enough to do the business right now, or you don't feel the strength to do the business right now. It's not bad, but sometimes just by hearing them out, they'll find that strength back again.
Yeah.
Because I know that if I talk to somebody, sometimes I have a problem, and just by talking about it, a little bit more strength or power comes in with me. So if I can do that,
shows you care.
Yeah.
And the love, like you said, when you're a giver in this business, I've always been a giver too, and that's why I'm good at this, right? So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Annie, thank you so much.
Thank you. You are such a sweetie. Thanks.
Thank you for sharing. I'm so proud of you. Like, you guys, she was Ruby back in March, April.
April, yeah.
You guys, that's insane. In 4 months, she became a six-figure earner from like, and that's the thing, you guys. There's so many amazing stories, and anyone can do it. Like, but I know how hard you work, Annie. Like, I know how hard people work to get there. I know people who do this. I mean, there's a girl I know who's a presidential diamond, still works full time, and has 2 kids, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like what? But like, it's all about priorities and like finding time when to work it, right? So Annie, thank you so much for sharing your story. Huge congratulations to you for I remember when I went triple diamond, I literally was sick. I was so like, I thought something was wrong with me. Like, I thought something happened to me. I felt sick. But thank you so much, my dear.
Oh, thank you. You're such a sweetie. Love you.
Love you. Okay, Chelsea, your turn. Okay, you guys, Chelsea's triple diamond, and she was another one who just took a long time to join, and you'll hear her story.
I did. I watched forever. I watched for 7 months, and
You're such a jerk, you guys. I'm just joking.
And I've known Tanis for 12 years. Like, we've been friends. We always kept in touch, and anytime she brought up the business, I would change the subject. Sorry. But it's funny because the whole time I was working my other job, like creeping on her. So like I was watching. So when we say people are watching, they may not be interacting. Like,
you got to give them something to watch. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to give them something to watch. You can't just start working the last 5 days of the month and be like, this is my life. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Where were you the first 3 weeks? Like, what do you mean? But yeah, so I watched her for 7 months, and I was just in a place where went through a really bad relationship. A lot of abuse was there, and really bad place, a lot of depression. I joined this awesome, company where I was traveling 9 months out of the year. Loved what I did. I was on the microphone often. That's kind of like where I feel at home, on the microphone. And I was talking about an awesome vehicle, really fast car. So that was cool. But the thing is like, I was away during holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of these holidays. I was missing time with my family, having to FaceTime them during Thanksgiving. And it just got to be too much. I was like, I'm not old by any means. I turned 30 in like 3 months, but the coming into like the mid, your mid 20s, late 20s, you're kind of like, well, what am I going to do with my life? So that question was something that was in my head all the time. And I was like, I don't want to be FaceTiming my family on holidays and being required to be somewhere out of town for 15 days at a time and miss all of this, all the moments away. So Phil came into my life, which is now my fiance. He liked it so much he put a ring on it. He came into my life while I was working this other job, and he plays professional hockey. So I was missing a lot of things that he was passionate about. And to me, when you're starting something kind of new, I just didn't think that was a good thing. I didn't think that was appropriate because I wasn't giving him the attention that I thought that he needed. And I really liked him at the time too. So I just felt like I needed more. I was missing my family time. I was missing time with him. So finally, I really prayed hard about an opportunity. And it was shown to me. And finally, Tanis, reached out, and I was like, you know what? Let's do this. At this point in time, Phil and I were a year into our relationship, around a year. And we were driving to Colorado, where he's from. And I just said, hey, Phil, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm just going to do it. I didn't really care. I was going to do it anyways, regardless of what he said. He was like, cool. Like, thumbs up. So I joined TAN, and 9 months into my business, I was able to come home full time, which was awesome and scary all at the same time. I went double diamond in my first year, and then I went triple, maybe a little less than a year later, and I've been triple for a little bit over a year. Now Annie, she hit the nail on the head there. Like, sometimes people leave, and that's something we can't control, and we have to understand that. I had 2 strong legs right after triple vanish, right? There are some amazing leaders that stepped up throughout the lower levels of that leadership, and now they're the leaders of that team,
and they're amazing.
They're amazing people. But it just took them some time to step into their leadership. And now they're flourishing, and they're setting their goals high for some amazing promotions coming up. So that just goes to show you, like, I could have thrown in the towel there. I was close to having really great presidential volume. I could have gone pres at that point in time, but life happens. But the thing is I kept working, and I didn't allow myself to, stay down for long. I just kept doing my steps to success. I'm very much a steps to success person. I'm not like this mass enroller. Never say never. I think maybe we all could be, but I'm an S2S girl, and I just kept doing that. And you know what? Like, things are getting to a really great place, and everything happens when it's supposed to. As much as you want to put a timeline on your success, don't get frustrated if you don't hit a goal within that certain time frame. Don't let that take you out of the game, because you're inching that much closer every single step of the way. I can promise you that. So congratulate yourself for those small wins. Congratulate yourself at the end of the month whenever you gave it your all. I mean, you got to give it your all. You can't work the last 5 days of the month. Remember, like I said earlier.
And so many people do that.
I know. And they're like, I'm going to be ambassador in 5 days. Like, no.
Yeah. Much more.
Yeah, but celebrate those wins, guys, because it's really those small things. Whenever you look back, you're like, wow, I get to work from my cell phone. Like, this is cool. I talked to more people this month than I've ever talked to before. Like, that's you coming out of your shell, maybe, and being a little more extroverted than introverted, which is very cool. Just celebrate everything. When I write down my steps to success, I'm very much a pen and paper type person. So I always write down my steps to success every month, and I leave a little blank, and I leave a blank for potentials. That's how I just keep track. That's how I do it. And then I leave a section for accomplishments. And that accomplishment could be, oh, your volume's up 1,000, your volume's up 10,000, your volume's up 100 from last, whatever it is. You know, it's just little simple things that you can look back and be like, okay, I am taking steps in the right direction. And if you have a month where life happens, please understand that your business is a part of you. Like, whatever you go through, your business is going to go through too. Just don't put your business on the back burner, right? We have the control to do that, you know, like it's in our hands. And if we're going through something, usually our business is the first thing we put away, because it's not a physical thing that's in our face every day necessarily. And I get it. Like, we've all been there. Tanis has had, you know, things go on. I've had things go on. All of these amazing leaders have had things go on. But your business is your baby, and it has to be a priority, because, I mean, guys, you're not going to make $1,000 paycheck just for twiddling your thumbs from, you know, we work on our cell phones. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to make $1,000 paycheck just from scrolling Facebook. That's just not how it happens. There does have to be a little bit of work there. It doesn't have to feel like work. It feels like your passion, you know, that's what it should feel like. It should feel like fun. You should feel like you're offering people an amazing opportunity, because how cool is this that we're all over the world right now, and we're coming together and we're just pouring into one another. And you're offering quality products that are amazing. And they range for, like, from everything: weight loss, weight gain, stress relief, hair growth, whatever, collagen now. Canada, hopefully you guys get that soon.
Mm-hmm. Christina sent me mine today. I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
I'm smuggling it in, you guys. Don't tell.
Yeah. But hopefully it makes sense. I ramble, y'all. I'm a talker. I would talk to a brick wall if it would talk back.
Yeah, that's awesome, Chelsea. Thank you so much.
Keep going. Just keep going. Wherever you are in your business, just keep pushing. Quitting cannot be an option. Yeah. And don't work the last 5 days of the month. Work now.
Thank you, Chelsea, so much. Thank you, guys. I'm going to share my story, and I'll make it quick because I kind of wanted to stay around an hour or so, but I was so excited to hear from everybody. You guys, I started this business, again, after watching someone for a year. I was super skeptical, and I just kept seeing how she was changing her family's life. And I was jealous, but I was happy for her. And it was an acquaintance that I knew, and I just kept watching and watching. I didn't like, comment, or message her, okay? I was like, what are these wraps? What are these products? Oh my gosh, these bonuses, like what is she doing? And honestly, you guys, you need to be driven in this business. You don't have to be a red. It really helps if you have a little bit of red in you. But I will tell you this, you need to be driven in order to succeed, okay? If you don't have goals in front of you, you know, it's like, how are you going to get there, right? So I kept watching her, and I was like, I want what she had. I was a lost, depressed mom. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was sick of having all these bills, my husband and I fighting. I didn't want to go back to my old job. In Canada, you get a year of mat leave, and then I was supposed to go back to my other job. And then a year and a half, my daughter was a year and a half, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this. So I told my husband I was joining. He was super skeptical, and I mean, I don't care. I was just like, I'm doing this, right? I joined, and you guys, we were in a lot of debt. We were not in a good place, okay? And I know a lot of people are in that situation, so I do like to talk about that. But I wouldn't have joined, I think, if that girl didn't keep talking about it, right? I talk about the opportunity every single day, okay? So I joined, and I literally went all in from day one. So basically, the second day I joined, you guys, first of all, I was posting right away. I thought about 5 people I wanted in my business right away. So most of you guys who are on here, you watch someone. If you're brand new in the business, maybe you've been in a month or two, you guys can sign up distributors. I know a lot of distributors, executive rubies, who are enrolling machines, okay? And then I know people who just don't sign up distributors because I think they just don't ask people. I think they just think they're going to put up a post on Facebook. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you right now, when you start asking people, and I mean, I asked Chelsea. Chelsea was one of my 5 people, okay? I had my old boss on there. Chelsea kept ignoring me, so we won't talk about her. But I'll talk about you in a bit. But so you guys, I had a girl who joined, who was my old boss, and then we had some other girls that joined and we were friends with. And you guys, this girl was a rock star. She believed me. She wanted to try the product. She's like, okay, she hated her job. She was miserable, had 3 kids. She's like, okay, Tanis, I believe you. Because I was excited. Like Annie said, I was excited telling all my friends. You guys, I didn't need to know everything, but I was excited. I was consistent, and I was just gonna go with it. And anytime someone asked me a question, you know, whatever, I'd go find it, right? So you don't need to know everything. So another thing I wanted to say, you guys, I didn't join with that person who I watched for a year because she was in the US. I'm like, oh, I'll just join with this girl that I know in Canada. So I joined with her, you guys. She never spoke to me again. So it just goes to show you, I was in a situation where I was like, crap, like this girl never talked to me again. I was like, okay, well, I guess I better figure things out. My biggest thing that I hate, you guys, where people complain that they can't find out things or people message me nonstop. If you're not a self-starter, only you know what your goals are, right? I mean, I want people to do well. I want people to promote. But if they're not willing to grow and learn, it's going to be tough. You can't always depend on Tanny, right, to figure it out for you, right? So you have to be a self-starter and decide what you want. So I started running, you guys. These promotions came out. I went diamond in 4 months. These girls were rock stars underneath me, you guys. I was working with them. I needed this money so bad. Like my first diamond check and a $10,000 bonus, it was amazing, you guys. It was so exciting for my family. My husband was still in my ear complaining, oh, you're always on your phone. Oh, you're going to, I was doing parties. I was doing online parties, you guys, since like my 2nd month or 3rd month in. I was doing one-on-ones with people. I needed to make this happen. Like diamond is great, but you guys, we were like such in the hole. I think we were like in $80,000 in debt and it was bad. So I took massive action and I was like, I am making this happen. I'm proving people wrong. I had a lot of naysayers in my ear and I love proving people wrong. Like I love just showing people that like, I'm going to do this. Right. And I wanted this so bad for my family, for my daughter. Like my daughter was my why, my family. And I was like, if that girl can do it, I can do it. So you need to believe in yourself that you can do this because anyone can. So my hardest promotion, you guys, was double diamond. I say that because I felt like we all go through that place where we're like, oh my gosh, like I had people start quitting. I was like, what's going on? Like I reached up to my up line and I was like, what's going on? Like, you know, like, is it my fault? And she's like, oh, she like laughed at me. She's like, oh, Tanis, people quit. I just thought everybody joined and had the same goals as me, right? Because I saw those charts and I was like, wow, I am going to become a top leader. I mean, I kind of thought ambassador and presidential and all these huge incomes were out of my reach. But I just was like, you know what? I am going to run with this. So I just kept going. Then I had some amazing girls join. You know, like I always say, if you want a runner in your business, you need to be a runner. You need to work. I was working like I was already a double, triple diamond, even though I was a struggling diamond. I was working like, you know, don't forget your why. So many people want to go turn on the TV after work. You know, a lot of times we don't feel like getting on Zooms or parties. You don't work this business based on how you feel. You work this business based on what you want because it will absolutely change your life, but you got to get over yourself. Okay. So, you know, so many people I know go home and watch TV for hours in a night. Right. But you know, that's fine. I'm not telling you what to do, but like my goal was to change my family's life. Like that was way more important than, I mean, it's okay to watch shows on Netflix. Don't get me wrong, but I needed this so bad. So, eventually I did get to double diamond. It was like, I don't know. I was still going at diamond and I was still bringing people in all the time. But I think I got to diamond in my first 4 months. I think double diamond was 10 months later or so. And you guys, I remember sitting at a restaurant with my husband. He's like, get off your phone. Like, you know, you're always on your phone. You're always working your business. I turned over to him and I said, you know what? I was really rude too. I said, you need to shut your mouth. And I want you to know that I am getting a $30,000 bonus this month. I'm going to be making a great income. And I'm doing this to change our family's life. And he just shut up right after that. Sorry, pardon my language. Anyway, so I promoted to Double Diamond that month. My paycheck, you guys, was almost $10,000. Okay, going Double Diamond. Just with bonuses and everything, I had the diamond bonus, the Double Diamond. I was recruiting lots. And again, I didn't need to know everything. I wasn't really much of a green at that point. I was just excited and I was taking action and I was talking to a lot of people and telling them to join my team. You need to ask people. Like, even if you're an introvert or you're shy or whatever, that's okay. But you need to be bold with people. Like Miranda was talking how she's an introvert. Well, she signs up distributors. I mean, I used to be more blue. I feel like I've always been a blue, like I was always blue and red in the beginning, but now I'm like a red, yellow, green, and blue, right? I'm getting more organized as I go up, right? So after Double Diamond, 2 months later, I promoted to Triple. And then I think like 6 months later, so I went presidential, okay? And I earned a big bonus. And my first presidential check, like my first Triple Diamond check, you guys, I was literally felt like I don't know, I was so sick. I couldn't even believe it because I was making more in 1 month that would have taken me a year at my old job. I was working for someone else, managing his gyms, making him money while he bought new cars and was going on trips and, you know, buying boats and all this stuff, right? And I just didn't, I mean, he was a great guy, but I was like, why can't I do this, right? So the big thing I want to say to you guys, whether you're a new distributor on here or whether you're someone who maybe feels stuck, stop doing something if it's not working for you. I love how Annie was talking how she likes to do one-on-one. I do like to do a little bit of everything, but I always tell people, like, you can do anything, but you can't do everything, right? So I was in Florida a few weeks ago with Chelsea and her team for an event and everything, and Pam Souter came and did the event with us, and we went out for dinner with her and everything after, and you guys, as she knows, she's tough love, right? And I had a good chat with her kind of before we walked in, and she's like, Tanis, like, you know, how are you feeling? You know, she's got this nice, great accent and everything, because I was set for ambassador like a year ago. And like Chelsea said, I've had people who, you know, have come and gone, but I have my amazing leaders that I have right now. And you need to love on your team, and you need to spend time with the people who want and need this, right? So I always tell my team that they can message me. I have chats, I have groups. I mean, you can't baby people, but it's okay to handhold people and then really push them, right? So if you're a new distributor or you've been in it in a couple months, honestly, think about people you need and you want in your business, because I printed out my diamond chart, I think my first week I joined. I had no idea. I was like, what are all these boxes? No clue. No clue what I was doing. All I knew though is that it needed to be filled up, and I was going to do it because I needed that income. I think so many people see a chart, or I know girls who've been in the business for a year and they don't know what a chart is. And I'm like, hello, you say you need this, let's go, right? And again, I'm no one's boss, right? I just needed this so bad, you guys. I was sick and tired of living the way we were living. I've had a couple hard years, right? And I know a lot of people do. I've heard some stories of people who promote to triple presidential ambassador, who have stories that, you know, they lose children, they've lost babies, they've lost family members. I totally understand, and I empathize, and I have a lot of love, because I've been through hard times too. But I want you guys to know that don't put your life and your dreams on the back burner. Push for them. Like, you know, if you are set for a promotion, I don't care. I went executive to diamond in 1 month. You can do it. But just so many people sit back and they're like, oh, at the end of the month, they're trying to scramble everything together. And they're wondering what that person, don't depend on your team. Because I've done that sometimes. I got really comfortable I've been at presidential for over a year. I got really comfortable because I make a lot of ambassador paychecks. But you know what? I got really comfortable. I got really happy because I was in a place where, you know, my dad got sick last year. And then, you know what, I just kind of went into a funk, you know, and then I was making a great income and still working, but I wasn't pushing for ambassador because I was just like, my team's not ready, you know. But if you're pushing for a ruby or a diamond or double or whatever you're pushing for, your team needs to see that you're doing that, right? My team knows that I'm always working and I'm always there for them and I always organize everything and I will never tell my team to do something that I'm not doing myself. But you guys, you got to follow steps to success. You got to bring in new people. You don't need to be a mass recruiter. I looked back and I mean, Miranda, you were talking about this too. I forget where you said this, but you know, when you look back, like I always sign up people every single month because I make that effort. I don't sign up 50 people every month, but I'm always signing up customers. I'm always signing up distributors. I'm always consistent. I'm always leading from the front because I can't expect my team to do that if I'm not doing it, right? So, you know, I like to do tough love sometimes with my team sometimes, but again, everybody's kind of different, and I don't like to be all over newbies. I want them to enjoy it. We're supposed to do this to have fun, obviously, right? But I bet most people who are on this call right now need the income. I'm looking at most of you, and I know that. I didn't join this business for just like, if I had like $50 million in the bank account, I probably wouldn't join the business, right? But I joined this because deep down, I needed it so bad. I was struggling. I suffer. I mean, I have anxiety, you guys. I suffer with hard times and everything too, but I want you guys to know that you're worthy, but you have to take that action. You have to, because you're not going to get there just on hoping for it to happen or just, you know, expecting whoever's below you to sign up all these distributors and get you to your promotion. It's up to you. I had someone say to me about a week at the end of the month that said that, oh, well, my team's not working, and I'm like, whoa, this is your promotion, girl, right? If you want it to happen bad, work with your team, work with those who need this, want this, sign new people up. Miranda and I were talking about this, like sign up new people who care, because there's always new people who want to run with them. Don't try and raise the dead. Pam always says it's easier to give birth than to raise the dead, right? So, and she just told me, Tanis, she's like, Tanis, you're a great leader. You're great at this business. You know, I think I was like number 32 at the end of last year or whatever. And my goal was to always get in the top 100. And, you know what, you guys, like, I was really proud. I was really grateful, but it's because of my team. It's because of me though, too, right? Like, I know that for you to promote, you guys, it's you. Like, for you, I mean, Annie didn't just show up at Triple Diamond and all these girls just did all the work. Annie put in the massive action, right? You know, and look how skeptical she was. Look how skeptical Steph was. Like, Chelsea was skeptical. Natasha was skeptical. I mean, Miranda, you were skeptical too, right? Yeah, you were skeptical. We were all skeptical. I just kept watching this girl at like, what? But she gave me something to watch. You need to be talking about the opportunity. You need to be talking about the products. I talk more about the opportunity just because of how it's changed my life. And I talk about the income because that's what, don't say things like, yeah, we're almost done here, you guys. I know we're past the time. Don't say things like, oh yeah, join my team. It's so easy. Like, you're going to make all this money. Like, because you're going to get people who join your team who are going to think it's so easy. And guess what? They're going to, right? You want to tell people, yeah, this business, you guys, I read this to my team the other day. Network marketing is a business where you can make 20 to 50,000 plus a month. You know, one of my paychecks, you guys, with cabs was $61,000 one month. I mean, that never happened again, but it was fun. But you know what? I want you guys to know that, like, that would have been like 2 years of work for me, you know? And when I started promoting to Double Diamond, we were paying off debt. I retired my husband. We paid off everything. We just bought, you know, a new house. And like, I don't talk about those things to brag. Those who know me know, like, I don't care how much people have in the bank. I don't care what you wear. I don't care what you drive. I don't care about stuff like that. But I talk about it because I want to help people change their lives, and you need to show them this opportunity. If that girl told me she was making $100 a month and she'd been in the business 5 years and it was changing her life, I was like, okay, $100 a month. I mean, you know, and she was a top earner at $100 a month, I probably wouldn't have gotten excited, right? But you need to be a hard worker. I've been a hard worker since I was in my teenage years. You need to work hard at whatever you do. Thanks, Catherine. So you know what, you guys, I just want you guys to know whatever your goal is, honestly, all of you guys can promote this month. I'm telling you, if you're brand new, you can sign up 2 people, or one of my girls on here who's a diamond leader pushing for double. She did a party once, you guys, and had a girl go ruby in one party. I just don't understand why people don't do parties or online or in person. Like, don't just sit back and wait for, I mean, do you guys think I just put up a post on Facebook and I have all these people just show up at my house ready to sign up? No, it doesn't happen. Mark doesn't write all these big paychecks like, here you go, Miranda, good job. And Miranda worked one day in August and promoted to presidential. I know you did. I'm just saying, right? But you got to work hard if you want to make CEO money, right? If you're okay and you just want it as a hobby, that's fine. But you guys need to sign up distributors if you want your team to sign up distributors. I didn't sign up. Did I sign up 1 distributor, I think, in August? Because I just didn't focus on it. And I've never done that. I'm always signing up people. I sign up customers, but like I said, I was just kind of like comfortable in August, right? You need to bring in new blood. You need to fire up your team. If your team's not excited, do something about it. If you don't have a team yet, you can sign up a new distributor tomorrow. So, you know, just take excuses off the table. Write down what you want. I always update my dream board. I always write things down. My goal was to hit 50,000, you know, $1,000, then 3,000, then 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. And people think it's silly. Did you know that 80% of people who write things down accomplish them? So many people don't even look at their charts or know where anyone is. Right? So you need to do that in order to get where you want to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. I really appreciate all you guys coming on here tonight. And I just get fired up from stuff like this. I just think it's great to learn from all different people. You don't need to be me, Stephanie, Annie, you know, Miranda, Chelsea, I mean, Natasha. We're all totally different people. Like, we all have different backgrounds. We all work the business differently. Find out what works for you and run. Talk to your leader, you know, show up. You don't need to show up on everything. Sorry, we're not your boss. But I mean, that was pretty great. We had about 65 people at the beginning. Maybe I talked too much. They all left, but that's okay. I was talking too much. We know that about me. But you know what? I want you guys to know, take it seriously. Don't just wait around. Because people who wait around, guess what? They're in the same position in a year from now. Okay? Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. But get to work, do a party, meet up with people. Like, honestly, you guys, if you need that income like I did and so many of these other ladies did, and Chelsea's drinking her collagen in front of me and I'm really upset, you just need to do it. Ask that person. You know, if you're not asking, people aren't always going to come to you. Every single person I followed up with has joined. But it took Chelsea 7 months. You guys, Carol Ann, she's like, you know, top in the company. I followed up with her for a year. I kept following up with her, and I'm just using her as an example right now because she was, you know, negative, and I mean, she's not like that now, right? But not negative. She was like, what is this, right? I just kept following up with her, and then I invited her to a party. If you're not doing parties and stuff, you're just really missing out, right? And then I just kept following up with her, and I was her friend. And I really just wanted her in my business, and I kept telling her, and then I was just her friend. And then finally she joined, you guys, and like her first month, she like wasn't replying to me, and I was like, okay, she's a flake. Well, whatever, she doesn't care, right? And you guys, like, she totally took off, you know? So, and I have a lot of girls like who are amazing and great like that too. I was just using her as an example because I followed up with her for a year, you know? So many, like, if a person says no or doesn't reply, don't, like, you got to get those no's, you guys. So many people are like so offended, like, who cares, right? Like, go after it, okay, you guys? You need to ask people. You need to show up. You need to be signing up distributors. If you sign up 3 distributors every month and your team did the same, your team will explode. But if you don't do that and you're complaining that you're not making any money and That's why. Steps to Success is going to make you money. I promise you, okay? So thank you so much, you guys. I hope you guys have a great night. I appreciate you. And thank you to all the ladies who joined us tonight and everybody else who I don't know. Thanks, guys. And I'll upload this right away so no one freaks out. Because everyone's like, oh my gosh, where's the Zoom? Where is it?